about 800 years ago, there were a group of monks, friars, that lived in Italy. And they grew in number to be about 5,000 very quickly. And in the beginning, they lived in the forest. They built little huts, little makeshift shacks, whatever, tents. They were the first followers of Francis of Assisi. And they would walk for peace. Not 2,000 miles, but they would walk for peace into the villages. And their life, their inner life, outer life, shone. And when people saw them, many people offered them food. Some people were angry at them for not working an 8-to-5 job. But overall, they were loved by people in the villages. And they worked alongside people in the villages as well. They helped when they could. So their walk for peace. During their walk for peace, they would often sing or chant. And one of the things they would sing or chant are the words, peace and good to you. Peace and good to you. To everyone. Pace e bene, peace and good. Si a tutti, yes, to everyone. So, Francis or Francesco, Chiara or Claire, had a life that was a peaceful life. Not an easy life, but a peaceful life. So we'll sing tonight their song in honor of the Franciscan community. Pace e bene. Pace bene, 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 pace 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 bene, 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 sia tutti, 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 Francesco, Chiara, Francesco, Francesco, Chiara, Francesco, Chiara, Francesco, Chiara, Francesco, treats in that. Yeah. She was very happy with that. So, do we have a video tonight to watch? It's just a brief one, I think.
I'm not sure where the HDMI cord is, but I have a video pulled up on my laptop.
Okay.
Denzel knows which one it is.
Should be it. Up there.
What?
That should be it.
Oh, this one that was pulling?
What do you this right now?
Oh. Oh, that's a switch. Oh.
You all recognize her, right? She's the governor of Virginia, the new governor.
Not sure if the audio is coming from here or it's coming from my laptop. I guess it doesn't matter.
As long as we can hear it. The first woman governor in the history of Virginia.
I want to begin by thanking Mayor Lula and the City Council and the members of the city government for opening up City Hall today to welcome these venerable monks on their journey through Richmond. Just 2 weeks ago, we had an inauguration, and the Capitol steps are still full of bleachers under construction. So I am grateful that you have opened this beautiful space to members of our community who want to be inspired, who need a bit of inspiration. And we see that in the belief and the commitment of the venerable monks who have been walking for 100 days to make clear to the people of the United States and the world that when you believe in something, you can bring people together in common cause. And so I want to say thank you to all of you for inspiring us, and to the greater Richmond and Virginia community, thank you for sharing in this inspirational moment. Before we came outside, Delegate Shin and Senator Boysko presented the venerable monks with proclamations from the House of Delegates and from the State Senate. And I have one by virtue of the authority vested by the Constitution in the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
That's a happy moment.
In this proclamation, we officially recognize Walk for Peace Day. And I am excited because as a new governor, this is the first proclamation that I have written. And as we want to see change proclamation ends with, therefore I, Abigail Spanberger, Governor, do hereby recognize February 2nd, 2026 as Walk for Peace Day in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
That's it. So if you want to see more of it, or I forget his name. Does anyone remember the lead monk's name?
Hanakaravan something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
He has a few things to say later on, but you can see that on YouTube. And I just thought it'd be good to share that tonight. And your thoughts, your response.
Pretty good for a politician.
You're pretty good for a politician.
I think the one monk right behind her was telling jokes while she was
You
talking.
think so?
Yeah, he kept grinning and looking sideways to the other monks.
That could be. There is a story about a monk who laughs a lot.
Yes, I thought of that. No, it's very heartening, and to see the governor recognize them in
Yeah.
public.
Really?
What's heartening.
Really? Absolutely.
That's her first written proclamation too?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, as the first woman governor of Virginia. Makes me feel pretty good to live in Virginia.
I saw a clip earlier as they were coming into Richmond. There were like hundreds of other people walking with them along the street.
Mhm.
Again, heartening.
Mhm. Yeah. We need moments like that. Any other thoughts?
I just think when No Walk is over, and even right now, how can we as individuals, communities, families, kind of what the governor was saying, what can I do and what can we as communities do to just help sustain this movement? Because everything has a tendency to fizzle out.
How would you answer your own question?
It just has to be, for mine, just a way of life, a way of being, a way of interacting with myself, and just like was mentioned, that does radiate outwards, and it all, every spiritual experience begins inside. So yeah, it's just, I mean, attached to my question is, of course, a fear of this just being another blip on the peace radar, you know.
Why is it not a blip already? What would you say?
I would, I mean, the
If you
fact
had
that,
to state the case. I mean, this is not a blip.
yeah,
What would you say?
why isn't it a blip already was the question. Well, for one, they're still in motion. They're still on the attack. Maybe that's a bad word. Let me rephrase that, Your Honor. They're still on the march.
On the march.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they still have a goal to achieve, the ultimate goal of getting to their final destination. And it does have a lot of momentum and a lot of support.
What happened and happens continually along the way as they walk?
They're meeting individuals.
And what happens when they meet individuals?
That little flame is past. Yeah.
Did you see some of the, I'm afraid I'm becoming a YouTube addict now, with some of the YouTube videos where the monks encountered people, or people spoke about their encounter with monks. Many of them were in tears,
Mm-hmm.
and I pay attention to tears. People were deeply moved in their experience, and they couldn't necessarily explain it. They don't have to, but many people were deeply touched and had an experience of hope, of peace, of joy in that encounter
Mm-hmm.
with these monks, and hardly a word was spoken. I don't understand that, but I think it's more than a blip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the image that comes to mind is, imagine like a dry, desolate landscape, and these monks are walking through this brown and dusty path, and as they're walking, the ground they walk on and the ground around the path starts to bloom.
Yeah, that's a beautiful image.
How do we sustain that
Yeah.
garden, or
Yeah.
you know, like,
And that's a great question. And I guess first I would just respond to your question by saying appreciate what's happening.
yeah,
Appreciate it deeply, because it is not a blip. My way of thinking is it's the exact opposite of a blip. And it's so perfectly timed in terms of what's happening in this country,
yeah, this is
which
true.
is cruelty and separating families and just the horror of the violence of ICE and so on. So the contrast to me is such a powerful one
Mm-hmm.
that is transformative. Just by seeing, on one hand, the movement of cruelty, the invasion of homes, and dragging people out
Mhm.
underwear. God help us. And then you have this group of beautiful monks that are walking, pretty much silently, gently, peacefully, and the impact of that on people, it's just profound. People are saying their lives have changed because of it, and I believe them. So I'd say first and foremost, appreciate what's happening in this moment and how beautifully timed it is.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't be more perfect. Yeah, so that would be my first response.
Yeah.
Other thoughts?
I was thinking that too, like the dichotomy, the contrast. It's funny, it's beautiful, it's everything. There's so many layers to it. But you said it's divine timing that this is happening right now, and you can see this whole orchestra just play out.
Yeah.
It reminds me also like Jesus, it's this presence, this channel, this doorway, this portal that, similar to the monks, when some people arrive near that their energy, it just shifts them because they're carrying this seed within them. You can't explain it. It's like a spirit, an energy, a flow, something magical, and it transfers onto them, and they become healed, they become blessed, they receive something that they need deeply within their souls.
Exactly.
Mm.
You know the story of the woman who bled for 12 years in the Gospels. And she desperately wanted to be healed, but she was too embarrassed to approach Jesus directly and ask for healing. So in the Gospel story, she says to herself, if only I can just touch the hem of his robe as he's walking by. He was doing his own walk for peace. And that's what she did. In the crowd, everybody was bumping up against Jesus, and he was trying to move them. And she managed to get through and just touch the hem of his robe. And in that instant, she was healed. And in that instant, Jesus felt it. And he says, stop, somebody just touched me. And his students say, excuse me, Lord, but everybody's touching you. And he said, no, this was a special touch. I felt power come out from me. And sure enough, she acknowledged that she was the one, and it was this beautiful encounter as he was walking for peace.
I imagine that in your imagery, that those monks are giving something that goes out,
Yeah.
with each person that connects.
and how little, and no words need to be said. It's just being
Yeah.
who you are and your intention and your spirit is powerful. Any other thoughts? Hi, Denzel. Did you just appear? Oh, I was hoping you'd say yes because I didn't see you before. Okay. Afraid I was losing it for a moment. You reassured me. But I'm not. Other thoughts? If we were as determined as Sita is,
Will this change,
sorry?
in the future, will this change, like here the Community of Peace has a plan for a walk for peace, but now the Virginia governor, she's like, oh, today's Walk for Peace Day, so
Yeah. What's the question? I didn't hear it.
does that change, like in the oncoming years, the Walk for Peace? Like for example, the Walk for Peace is planned at the end of March or something like that.
Yeah.
But now today's Walk for Peace Day.
I think it provides us an opportunity to do lots of creative things, including, keeping in mind that this day is Virginia Walk for Peace Day, so that next year we will certainly honor that. And in addition, we'll do our own Walk for Peace. Now, see, that phrase has become, what's the word, meme? Is that the right word?
Trending.
Trending, thank you. And it would be foolish of us not to pick up on that trend. It's in the air. And so when we announce, through a flyer and other ways, the Community of Peace is holding a Walk for Peace on the No King's Day rally, that's important. That's, by the way, the day of March 28th. So the whole country is going to be on the move that day. And we will be doing our own on the move, but in a gentle kind of contemplative way, walking for peace with donkeys, as Jesus walked Palm Sunday the next day. So it really provides, I think, the monks have provided us and the governor with beautiful opportunities to go public in terms of peace and peacemaking, which we didn't have before. And so it's a beautiful opening, as I see it. Does that make sense?
The oceans have parted.
The oceans have parted. Yes, Moses, yes.
Just slip in on the website, come walk for peace on our beautiful paths, and we can use that phrase now.
Sure.
As
Yeah,
a power phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and starting with an event, with the support of Louisa County, is a good way to begin. So my last question for you is, during the governor's, you're not going to, sorry, I'm so familiar with her motions right now. This is one of her POO motions. But you're not going to do that. No, girl. I was going to ask you a question. Oh, during the governor's speech, she referred to the monks many times as the venerable monks. Why does she do that? What does that mean?
It's a term of honor, I believe. That they have earned that title or rank from devotion. So when we use that title, it's honoring them.
It's like calling someone doctor. professor, right, firsthand, reading them, a rank.
Yep. Yeah, any other thoughts on that? It certainly is acknowledging their lifestyle, their life commitment, as the governor said. It's so nice to refer to our governor, who's this lovely person who's saying such beautiful things. Anyway, our governor is acknowledging, as she said, their belief and their commitment, into the word she used, and their sacrifice. I mean, walking 2,000 miles is a sacrifice. In the cold, continuing on. I'm sure they were tired. They wanted to stop at a McDonald's or whatever. Maybe not McDonald's. Anyway, it's a sacrifice. Their whole way of life is honorable. Their work is good. Their hearts are good. And I guess this made me think about, other people who also are venerable, who are honorable, whose hearts we see as good, whose life we see as noble and venerable. It's just something to consider. I mean, I consider mothers who raise young people venerable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? That's a good work. Right? Fathers, mothers, who are giving of themselves to their children, honorable, venerable. I consider people who do many things honorable, venerable. And I think it's part of a way of life that is moving. I mean, right now in Minneapolis, I don't know if you've seen the videos, but there are thousands of people walking in the streets. That's honorable. That's venerable. And many of them are singing, by the way, in churches, in different places, by the hundred, even thousands. These beautiful songs for peace and justice and ice out. That's honorable. That's venerable. So it's something to consider. Doesn't take anything away from the monks, but I think it adds something and inspires us to see other people in their venerableness, in their honorableness, their nobility. So let's close with a song. This is the song in 3 parts, and we did the first part a couple nights ago. And all of this raises the question in my mind, okay, how then shall we live? Because that's what it's about. Right? It's not a blip, it's a blurb. Is that a good word? I don't know. It's something much deeper. It's how we live. And so the question is, how then shall we live? Knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen. Right? That's the first part. And so we'll do that for a little bit, and then we'll pause as a refrain, and then I'll introduce the second verse. And the words of the second verse are, and again, appropriate in light of everything. Where do we go? It's an important question for you, Rich, right? Where you're going. Right? You're about to do something noble and venerable and honorable. Where do we go from here? Question for all of us, in light of what's happening, given the realities we're facing in the streets. Where do we go from here? We'll save the third verse for maybe tomorrow night. Okay, let's see if I can remember it. It's actually a good exercise for me without the keyboard, because it's got to be in here and here. I can't just rely on a mechanical instrument. Take that, AI. No, sorry. Okay, let's knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen. Together. How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? Together. How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? One more time. How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? Last time. How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? Second verse. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Together. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? At the close of this day, we give you thanks for these venerable monks, for this venerable governor, and for all people that are seeking peace, compassion, justice at this moment. May we join the throng of these venerable ones and do what we can. May it be so.